This is your main menu in Google Classroom. This is the title where you can jump right into a class. You can jump right to your students, right to the gradebook, or right to the Google Drive folder. This is your triple stacker menu. This button goes to this screen right here, your home screen. This button goes to your calendar. The calendar only shows items that have a due date. You can choose different classes to view. Go back to the triple stacker menu. Your to review list shows you what you've assigned and if any students have turned it in. If they have, you can open it up and grade it. Once you've done all the grading for an assignment, you can click on the triple dotty menu and mark it as reviewed to move it from your to review list. Back to the triple stacker. This allows you to jump right into a class. Let's take a look at the settings. The settings apply to all of your classes. This is where you can change your profile picture. You can choose whether or not to receive email notifications. If you don't want any notifications, just shut it off. Otherwise, you can go through and pick and choose which notifications you want to receive, and you can even choose which classes you want to receive them from. The question mark button allows you to see what has been updated, to request a feature, or to get help. We're going to look at some things that are contained within a class. This is your stream. Your stream is used for reminders and announcements. To create an announcement, just click in the box and start typing. You can choose which class to assign it to, and you can even choose which students received the assignment. You can attach different files and links, and you can choose to schedule this announcement so it can happen at a later date. But if you're ready to post, click Post. If you change your mind, you can click the triple dotty menu. This allows you to edit or delete the announcement. A fun thing you can do is to insert emojis. Go to Get Emoji. When you find one you like, click on it and drag your mouse down. Then right-click and choose Copy. Now you can paste the emoji into an announcement. You can also paste these into any text box in Google Classroom, including on assignments and comments. Under the People tab, you'll see all of your students listed here. You can click on any student and choose to email, remove, or mute the student. If you mute them, they can still get to all their assignments. You can also use the triple dotty menu to send an email. If you want to see just one student's work, you can click on their name, and it will show you all of the work they've done or not done. Anytime you're not sure how to leave a screen, go to the triple stacker menu and just jump back into the class. Now we're going to look at the settings. That's this little gearbox up here. Here you can add descriptions. You can enable or disable your class code. You can choose who can post and comment on the stream. You can choose if your classwork appears on the stream. This is where you can enable or disable the visibility of the Google Meet link. This is on. This is off. This is how you can reset your link each day. For grades, you can choose no grade, total points, or weighted by category. If you choose weighted by category, you do have to create the categories and they do have to add to 100%. You can also choose to shut off the visibility of a student's grade. This is off and this is on. When you're done, click Save. Now I'm going to show you how to create assignments. Go into the class and choose the Classwork tab. First, you're going to want to create topics. Topics are just a way to organize your content. You might organize them by unit. Or maybe you want to organize them by time. Some people like to organize them by the type of assignment it is. Whatever you decide on, decide this first before you start making assignments. Before you assign something, you might decide on a naming convention. Maybe you title things Week 1. The discussion. Or maybe you organize it by unit. Unit 1. Homework. Multiplying fractions. This organization will really help you in the long run as you add more and more assignments. When you're ready to make an assignment, click Create, Assignment, and you'll title your assignment and give some instructions. You can also add files and links. If you have a file in Google Drive, click Google Drive. Find the file you want to attach and click Insert. You can choose whether students can view the file, edit the file, or get their own copy. You'll choose the class to assign it to, and you can even assign it to specific students. You can choose a grade category and the point value. You can also set a due date, and here's where you'll assign it a topic. Now you can do two more things. You can add a rubric, or you can also assign an originality report. An originality report is when students and the teacher can check the work for plagiarism. It will search the web and tell you if something's been copied. It will also compare their work to other students within the domain. All you have to do is check the box. But let's go ahead and create a rubric first. You can create one from scratch or reuse one that you've already made. To create a new rubric, click Create Rubric. A criteria is a category that you're going to grade students on. You'll want to title the criteria, describe the criteria, give the max points they can achieve, give it a title, and describe how they can achieve those points. To describe other point values, click the plus button. To add a new criteria, just click Add Criteria. When you're done, click Save. The rubric will now be attached to the assignment for the student to see, and you can use it to grade them. Click Assign. To create a quiz, make sure you're in the Classwork tab and click Create. Quiz assignment. You'll want to title it and give some instructions. You can add links and files. You can create different Google files from right here. Most commonly, you'll use a blank Google form. Click on the form. Let me show you around a Google form. This is where your title goes. This button is for add-ons that will add additional functionality to forms, but they aren't required. Here is where you can customize the look of your form. You can choose a color or choose an image. Click Insert. You can look at the student view of a Google form. Here are your settings. You might choose some of these. You can also choose some of these. A confirmation message is always nice. For quizzes, you can choose when students get the results and what type of results they'll get. Click the triple dotty menu. You can make a copy, share it with other people, or go find add-ons. One thing I want to show you is under Preferences. Here you can choose to give a default quiz point value, so every question you make will have those amount of points. When you're creating a question, you have several options. Short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkboxes, and drop-down are the most common. You fill in your answer choices. You always need to choose an answer key. Choose the correct answer. Set the points. And click Done. You can also add images to questions, and you can add images as answers. This bar over here tells you the other things you can do on this quiz. You can add another question, import questions, add a title box, add an image, add a video, or add a section. When you're done with the form, all you have to do is exit. It will automatically be updated here. If you turn on locked mode, it means students will not be able to open up other tabs to go look at websites. You'll also want to click on grade importing so the grade imports directly to the gradebook. Just like other assignments, you can choose the class, which students, a category, points, the due date, and a topic. You could also add a rubric or an originality report. When you're done, click Assign. When you're sure all of the students have taken the quiz, you'll go back to the main assignment page and click Import Grades to pull them into your gradebook. Make sure you're in the Classwork tab and click Create. Question. A question is great for taking a poll, a student survey, or just seeing what students know. You can also use it for peer reviews. I'll show you how in a minute. As usual, you can add a file or a link, or create a new document real quick. You can always assign to a different class or different students. Choose a category, points, and a due date, and a topic if you want. Now this button is very important. If you leave it checked, students can see each other's work. This is great if you want to do a peer review. But it's not so great if you're asking a true quiz question, and it might embarrass students for other people to know their answers. You unclick it to keep comments private. Click it, students can see everything. Unclick it, everything's private. You got it? Okay. To create a material, make sure you're in the Classwork tab and click Create. Material. A material is something a student might use over and over again, like a reference sheet or a textbook. Materials are not worth points. To reuse a post, make sure you're in the Classwork tab and click Create. Reuse post. You can reuse a post from a different class. This would be a great way to differentiate learning or to give students assignments at different times, like you might do with a breakout room. First, I want to show you all the ways you can access your gradebook. You can click on the grade icon on a class card. You can go to the triple stacker menu and go down to Review. From here, you would just pick the assignment you want to grade. Now I'll show you the ways you can grade while you're in a class. You can choose an assignment from the Classwork stream and open it from here, or you can go to your gradebook. There's two ways to enter grades from the gradebook. You can simply click on a grade and enter it. But if you want to look closer at an assignment, you'll need to open it up. You open it by clicking on it. Then just click on someone's work. You can get to other students' work by using the drop-down menu or using the arrows. From here, you can grade it in a few ways. You can enter the grade right here, or if you have a rubric attached, you can use the drop-down menu and choose how the student did. You can also just click on the boxes. To insert a comment, you need to highlight the text and click the comment button. You can insert your own comment, or you can insert something from the comment bank. There's two ways to get to the comment bank. One of them is just to use a hashtag, and it will pull up the list of comments you've saved. Another way is to go up here to the comment bank, and you click the triple dotty menu and copy it. Then go back over here and paste it. You'll notice I've used those emojis. When you're done, you can click Comment. You can add additional comments to your comment bank by clicking the plus button. These comments will be available in all of the classes that you teach. You can also click on the triple dotty menu and choose to save a comment to your comment bank. When you're done grading, click the Return button. The student will get a notification that his work has been graded.